What is good, ladies and gentlemen? If you guys don't know me, my name's Isaac and I post a new video here on my wrestling channel every single day. So if you like my content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I've been working the last 2 days a lot, so I didn't get to post. I actually worked like 16 hours yesterday and 12 hours the day before. And I was working like 2 hours away, so I didn't get to post. But now I'm back on the grind and it's all good. So as you guys can tell by the title of my video, today I'm talking about 6 tips to help lightweights, okay? These are things that I figured out. I was a lightweight early in my career and I've trained a lot of lightweights. The wrestling team that I coached was mainly compiled of lightweights, and this is just what I've learned that works for myself and them, okay? Everyone's different, so if these things don't work for you, it's not the end of the world, but take what I say with a grain of salt. So tip number 1, when you're on top position, you want to get very good at controlling your opponent's hips with your own hips, okay? Imagine my knuckles are hips, right? Imagine my knuckles are the hips of a person. When the person is on bottom, right, they're set up like this. Your goal is to go from, like, when you're starting, you're not allowed to have your hips on them. Your goal is to get flat stuck to their hips as much as you can. And you're trying to push your hips out, pushing their hips out, okay? So when they're like this, they're at their base. But when you push their hips out, it forces both sides to straighten out and it's a lot easier to break them down. The main component of every single escape from bottom position is gain control of your hips first, okay? So you want to stop that. You want to stop the escape, so you have to maintain control of the hips at all times. And you do that by sticking on them like glue from the second the whistle is blown, okay? You keep good hip pressure until you gain enough control to where you don't need it and you can work like a turn or something. Like once you've already broken them down flat, you can go perpendicular. Controlling the hips is one of the most important fundamental aspects to wrestling, especially for lightweights, because you spend so much time on top and bottom. Tip number 2, stretch daily, okay? I am one of the most flexible people that I know, okay? And I've only done this by stretching constantly since I was a child, okay? Before I did jiu-jitsu, I was a very avid water skier and my shoulders became like really flexible. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I couldn't get tapped out with a Kimura or an omoplata for a long time. But this has proven to be immensely valuable in the world of wrestling, right? All those days where I spend stretching out my hamstrings, stretching out my inner thighs helps so much. One goal that you should aim to achieve is to be able to do the splits. Because when someone shoots a high crotch or a single leg on you, you want to be able to get that other leg as far away from them as possible. Okay, you want to make it as hard for them to control your other leg as possible. And you do that by going like this, going like this. They have this leg, and then you want to put this leg all the way back there. Make it super hard. All they had to grab onto is a butt. And now you can reach this level of flexibility. Anyone can. Anyone can. Never say you can't. All you have to do is stretch, and it sucks. Stretching sucks, but you have to stretch a lot. You have to stretch a lot every single day, and you will eventually get very flexible, and it will become a huge advantage to you. Tip number 3, riding legs is your friend. Okay? When you're on top position, once you've already gained control of the hips, gaining control of a leg is so much more helpful. You can work so much from the riding legs position. And likewise, you have to be able to break free out of it once you realize that you're in bad position, right? It's really easy to get in bad position while riding legs, especially if you're a beginner. So you want to be able to have a transition into riding legs, control the legs, but once you get too high off of their hips, you want to be able to break free and go back into neutral position or try and get back around, you know what I mean? The world of riding legs is very complicated and you can become an expert at riding legs. And people use riding legs in college to this day, right? So it's a very effective tool. So get good at it. And it's super useful for lightweights, okay? Tip number 4 is even if you don't cut weight, condition like you do, okay? Cutting weight is an advantage for a couple reasons. For a long time, people didn't have the methods that they do now, like Epsom salt baths and hot tubs and stuff like that, all the lazy ways to cut weight. The people who cut weight would always be the ones who were most conditioned, you know what I mean? Because they had to condition themselves to lose the weight and they were heavier than you. So if you're choosing not to cut weight this season because you're too light, you still need to be at that same level of conditioning. Okay, you still need to run every day. You still need to do everything you can. Swim, sprints, everything. Wrestling practice, of course, but don't let yourself fall behind because you're not cutting weight. If you're wrestling up, your conditioning needs to make up for that gap. You know what I mean? Tip number 5 is throughout the season and the off season, all right? Or throughout the season, you want to be lifting low weight, high reps, okay? Basically, you don't want to lift within 2 days of a wrestling tournament or a match. That's just the basic rule of thumb because you don't want to be sore the day of a wrestling tournament or a wrestling match. But with the low weight, high reps, it doesn't turn you into a balloon and you don't gain a ton of weight. It just makes your muscles more dense. You do gain some weight, but it makes your muscles more dense and it increases the endurance that you have. You want to do compound exercises, right? Exercises that work out more than one muscle at a time. Like deadlifts, like lunges, like pull-ups, like, you know what I mean? Like just low weight, high rep, high intensity workouts. Tip number 6 is never bitch out, okay? This is probably one of the hardest parts to teach anyone, not just lightweights, okay? During a match, like if you feel like you're losing, you have to like do what is necessary to like change that, right? You never stop trying to do what is necessary to change that. So many times I see kids start to lose a match and they just stop trying to win. And it is so upsetting because like you have so much effort built inside of you that you just wasted. You just completely wasted because you're a pussy. Like bottom line, you're a complete pussy if you just give up during a match and that's it. And you can tell because like it'll be like fight. Oh, he's slowing down. Okay, he's starting to turn. Oh, and he pinned him. Okay. When you're on your back, you should be going insane. Not letting your back stay flat on the mat for a second. Attacking the grip. Like always attack the grip. You know what I mean? These are just general rules of thumb. The weakest point of any attack is at the grip. Okay, so get under the fingers. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I post a new video every single day. Check out all of my other stuff. My name's Isaac, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.